Hi everybody, Nitzan Mosery here, the Traveling Investor, and I'm coming to you today with Master Yoda, and we want to talk to you about cash on cash returns. And this formula is something that you're going to use in your investing career, so get to know it really, really well. Your investors are going to ask you, what is my cash on cash? You should know what your cash on cash is per every asset and investment that you undertake for yourself and your investors. So let's get to it. So cash on cash, okay, means how much cash am I putting out versus how much cash is coming back into me. Now there's two ways of calculating that. One is with the debt service, the mortgage payment, and one is without the mortgage payment. Because sometimes we buy an asset and we don't have a mortgage payment, or we want to see what is our pre-debt service income and ratio versus our post-debt service, right? So let's get to it. There's two ways of calculating it, right? So first we take the NOI, the net operating income, and we all know what that is, right? Net operating income is the gross income, all the income generated from the asset minus all the expenses. And the expenses can be anything from vendor services, contracts, right? Landscaping, sprinklers, anything of that nature. Your real estate taxes, your insurance payment, your property management fees, your utilities, your general admin, any expense that the property incurs except for, that's right, the debt service. Because right now we're looking for cash on cash without debt service. So you have the NOI over TCI, total cash invested. The other way of doing it is with the debt service, and it's very simple. It's the same NOI, and NOI is the annualized number, right? Minus the debt service, the annualized debt service. It's always annualized over the same total cash invested. Now let's take a look at a quick equation so you can familiarize yourself and understand. And cash on cash return usually comes in a form of a percentage, and I'll show you what I mean. So we have a property here that we purchased for $1.2 million. We put $300,000 down cash, right? That is our total cash invested, right? Our income, our gross income, or our net, I should say, net operating income is all the rent, all the income coming in minus the expenses. And let's just say for argument's sake right now that after all that, our NOI, our monthly NOI is $5,000 a month. And I said to calculate this, we need our annual NOI, correct? So what we do is we take that $5,000, we multiply it by 12, and we have now a $60,000 NOI, net operating income. What's the formula? Remember? NOI over TCI. NOI, 60,000 over TCI, total cash invested. It's $300,000. When you do the simple math, you get to 20%. Your cash on cash return is 20%, meaning I put in $300,000 down and I'm going to get $60,000 in return for my $300,000. So that gives me a 20% cash on cash return. Remember, we don't have a mortgage here, okay? Now let's take the same example and add a debt service, a mortgage payment. So we have the same net operating income, which is $60,000. Now our principal mortgage payment, our debt service, is $3,000 a month. Now we're taking just the debt service. We're not taking the taxes and insurance because we subtract that from the NOI. So our principal payment is $3,000 a month. And remember, we're taking the annualized debt service. That's right. So we multiply that by 12 and we get $36,000. Then what's the equation? Do you remember? It's the net operating income, the annualized net operating income. Subtract the annualized debt service divided by the total cash invested. So we have the NOI, $60,000. We have our debt service, which is $36,000. We subtract those two and we get $24,000. This is our NOI after debt service. This is our, yes, NOI after debt service. Over our TCI, total cash invested. And when you do the math, you get an 8% return. So we have here two formulas for cash on cash. One is pre-debt service, which you can see was a little bit higher. and then one post debt service, which is a little bit lower. But still, both are very good ways of calculating and understanding the returns you and your investors are getting on any particular investment. If you like what you saw here, please go down below, click subscribe to my YouTube channel, go on Instagram, follow me there as a traveling investor, and on Facebook as well. And I look forward to seeing you guys soon, and I'll be back with some more information on how you can go out there and create massive residual income for you and your family. Until next time, this is Nitzan Moser, the Traveling Investor. Take care.